Yo, first off, I just want to say, thank you for all the support that everyone has just been doing for Pure Progress Meditation. It's been amazing. The journey has been amazing. I'm almost to like 100 subscribers. Like, that's huge to me. Some things may not be to others, but that's just me. I really just like made this like channel and brand to like really like influence and like encourage people to like find peace within themselves. Like, it's more than just like, I don't know, like a gimmick. I feel personally like some people just like use the spirituality trend to just like trend, but to each their own. That's what I say. But it's important that like people know why I'm doing this and what Pure Progress Meditation is about. I plan to like expand it. I plan to like, one day own a building that, encourages people to, invites people to come in and, do a lot of healing, like sound healing, like shadow work, just peaceful meditation, have a peaceful atmosphere to be in, you know. That's what I really like want, for Pure Progress Meditation. And I believe that like, I can make it happen, with over the next few course of the years. So that's the overall goal. Um, it's just a lot going on in the world right now, and I feel like we just really need to focus on our inner circle and just like just decrease the stimulation that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, focus on what's going on around you, like in your own bubble. Obviously be attentive to the outside world, but you don't want it to distract you and like throw you off course. It's just important like for people to just like really get in tune with themselves, their environment, and these things. And this is why like I'm just pushing this type of content, because awareness is key. And you know when it's all said and done, and it's like when the time comes, like what I'm saying, like your mind, if your mind is not right, you're going to be either forced in a system where you have to conform and you can't think for yourself, or you're going to have to escape this this reality, this time period of living, this deception, because the only way to break free of something that you can't physically really touch is to break from it mentally. It's like psychology. It's a lot of like psychology, like psychological effects that go on with the matrix. This is why like the system uses a lot of like the sensory things to keep us subjugated into a like just like a cage, like a cube. It's honestly way deeper, and I'll probably like elaborate and explain this stuff as I go on. This is my first like video like doing like like a vlog style, so like excuse me if I like sound shaky and stuff like that, but I'm gonna like try to not cut anything. I'm just gonna like just simply just like just post these videos and just like capture an audience, and I feel like is on the same page as me. What I'm saying? I really want to build a strong community of like well-rounded individuals. I really want to like meet those people, because I feel like I don't meet these people in my like community, my neighborhood or whatever. Like it's hard to come across somebody that's like-minded as me. And I'm a very like strict individual who likes things very like systematic, and like orderly. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to make sense. I'm all about perspective, but like perspective like somehow has to like make sense. So that's just really what it is. This is a quick little 4-minute video, so let's see how this one does. If it does really good, I'll be posting more and seeing how things go. Thanks for tuning in to Pure Progress Meditation, and make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, man. I'm on the road to 100 subscribers. Let's get it.